What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 66 of Touch by an Angel. We go all around the world. We meet ordinary people, have ordinary conversations that have the power to transform people's lives. So let's see what God does. What's up, young fella? I am excellent, man. And just for the record, I just met you 30 seconds ago, correct? All right, cool. We're going to jump right into it. Listen, he had questions just like everybody does, but I told him it's unscripted, so just follow my lead. Now, here's what we're going to do. I want to see how well you know yourself. And the parts that you don't know yourself, I want to help you to identify who exactly you are from the inside out a little more better. Cool? All right, we're going to jump right into it. All right, with all of the stress, all of the challenges in life, we all feel some kind of way. We all struggling with something. How do you handle the struggles and the stressors that's in your life? What do you do to stay on top of the stress?
I just try not to think about stress.
Try not to think about the stress. That's excellent. Come on over here. Speak up a little bit.
Try to
You try not to think about it. You try to avoid it. You try to stay positive.
Yeah, try to stay positive.
Okay. That's excellent. So how does that work for you? Are you able to? Because the biggest influences on a person is their home and their environment, right? So are you successful with trying to stay away from the negativity? Okay. All right. Let's shift gears a little bit. Come on over. I want you to be, because you're going to be a man soon. So I want you to step into it. You got to be bold. You got to own your life. So here's the thing. What's your strengths? And what I mean by strengths, any positive attributes about yourself, sense of humor, strong mindset, whatever it is. I want to hear your strengths.
Smart.
Excellent. Yeah. And you're enunciating right because you're confident in that. Come on, keep going. You smart. You get good grades in school.
Yes, I did track.
Oh, he's fast. He's an athlete. I was an athlete myself.
I'm good at math.
Good at math. Good at numbers. That's gonna get you to the money.
Just a chill person.
Just a chill. So you got a cool demeanor.
Yeah.
Excellent. And if you allow me a little later, I'm gonna tell you what I feel from you, because I tap into the inside. I tell you what's on the inside of you, right? Can I tell you some other strengths you got? You're kind. You got a good heart. You're a good looking boy, right? You know how to enunciate. You know, you're not only are you smart, but you know how to choose words correctly. You know how to represent yourself appropriately, right? Yeah, all of these are your strengths. You're fast in track and this and that, but I guess what else I know about you? You're able to follow rules. Because in order to run track, you're going to have to follow rules. And in order to get good grades in school, you're going to have to follow rules. And you're going to have to follow through with the work. You're more brilliant than you realize, right? So now we talked about your strengths. What's your weaknesses? What's the thing that you struggle with the most that you really want to get rid of, but it's a work in progress? What's the biggest thing?
When we get mad sometimes. We can get too mad. You know, I don't want to get mad all the time. I want to get rid of that. So
you want to get rid of, so step over, I want you to stay there. So you got to get rid of your anger a little bit sometimes. So you know what that means? See, 80% of our bodies is water. So we just in physical form, but it's really 80% of our bodies is made up of water. Just like 80% of the world is really water. So here's the thing. What happens when you put water on the stove and turn the fire on? What happens to the water? It starts to boil. So because your body is 80% water, when you allow that anger to get the best of you, what are you doing to the inside of your body?
Boiling?
You're boiling it. You're interrupting, you're ruining your internal organs. You're ruining that smart mind that you got when you said, I'm smart, I can think right, I can follow instructions. That anger interferes with all that. So you know the fact that you struggle with anger, you know what that tells me? You got a pain in there that you haven't let go of. Somebody hurt you real bad in your life, and sometime when something pisses you off in the world, it taps into that pain. It's like the shaking up soda syndrome. That's what I say. So it's like whatever you got in there that's not resolved, that's not taken care of, you think it's gone, but you really suppressed it. It's still in there. So whenever something from the outside comes, it knocks on that soda and it shakes it up. What happens when you shake up a can of soda and open it up? It explodes. Yes, it explodes. So that's what's happening to you with that anger. It's tapping into that old wound. and it's allowing it to explode. But here's the beautiful thing about you. You already acknowledged it. You said, I want to deal with my anger. So knowing is half the battle. So you halfway there. So here's the other half. I'm going to help you out. First off, being proactive is the best way. So proactive people get what they want, but reactive people get what's left over. And this is what I mean. If you know something or someone can possibly trigger that anger, you want to get away from it. So you want to try to beat it before it happens. That's being proactive. However, if you're unable to get away from it before it triggers your anger, you need some steps on how to de-escalate the anger. So you got to create some steps, maybe a key word, you know, that you tell yourself whenever you realize that you're losing it or getting angry. Maybe the key word could be calm or control, you know, whatever it is, but you need some steps so that you can redirect yourself when you get angry. Okay? All right, cool. So fill in this blank for me. I'm gonna let you go soon. We about to be done. Fill in this blank for me. If I could only add this one thing to my life, it'll put me right where I need to be. Or if I can only remove this one thing from my life, it'll put me right where I need to be. What would you add or what would you remove? Come on over. What would you add or what would you remove?
You got to say both?
No, one. Just tell me one. So basically, if I had this, I would be right where I need to be.
Job.
A job, okay. So if you had a job, it'll put you right where you need to be. So here's the thing. You're smart, you're athletic, intelligent, you're kind, you're well-spoken, good-looking. There's nothing stopping you from getting a job other than going out and pursuing it. Right. So you got to be more proactive in the sense of you got to be more rule-oriented. Do you find yourself scattered sometimes, like not being able to keep your focus and do this and do that? Okay, so you got to, okay. So what that means is that you got to slow down a little bit. You got to identify your goals a little bit and your priorities and stick to them. Because here's the thing. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So even though you're sharp, even though you're intelligent and all this and that, you got to be able to own it. You got to be able to sort through all of the nonsense, all of the garbage, and keep the main thing the main thing. And that's the main thing is you being your best self. Because when you're your best self, everybody wins. But when you're not your best self, everybody loses, including you. Can I tell you a little more what I feel from you? You had to grow up fast. You've been through some stuff. Yeah, you still got intelligence and smart and you're kind and you're sharp boy and all this and that. But on the inside, it's some pain, as we discussed a little bit more. But it's a little more pain than you should have at your age. You've been through a lot early on. But the beautiful thing about you that you didn't mention and I didn't mention before, you're strong. You're strong on the inside. You don't let stuff defeat you. Am I right on anything? All right, cool. Touch on it because I just met you. I don't know you. I don't know, but it's my ability to tap into the inside of you. Talk about that inner strength that you have that you're not going to let nothing beat you. Talk about that. What have you done in the past where you've experienced in some situations, but you still keep going. You don't let them stop you. Oh, my condolences. You lost your mind. Was it recent?
It was like 2 years ago.
2 years. Wow. My heart goes out to you. I had no idea that's what it was, but I was feeling it. Wow. So let me tell you the beautiful thing about life. When someone passes away, they leave in physical form, but we're spiritual. Their spirit is still here. Spirits don't die, they transition. So even though you can't see your mom and hug your mom anymore, she's still around. She's your angel now. She's watching over you. She's making sure that you live up to all of the gifts that she helped you to develop. She's making sure that you uphold the greatness that's on the inside of you. I commend you, though. I felt something. That's amazing. It's amazing. So are you still struggling with that? Kinda. And it probably, when I lost my mom, even though I was much older, it never kind of go away. You just find different ways to accept it and to appreciate when she was here. I commend you, young fella. So what can you tell other young people out there that may lost their parent, a loved one, and know they got great stuff on the inside of them, But sometimes they get scattered and get confused. Sometimes they get confused. Sometimes they get scattered. Sometimes they be afraid because it's scary. What kind of advice would you give young people out there and tell them how to stick with it and how to get past adversity? Go ahead and tell them.
Don't stop just because of your feelings.
Keep going. Don't stop just because of your feelings. Come on, be bold. Because guess what? Even though you had to be the one that go through that pain, you're helping so many other people. You're not the only one. You can help so many other people and prepare them and help them to deal and cope with such devastation. Give them a word. Give them something. Be bold. You got it in you? Nothing else to say? All right, so just don't stop. Be resilient. Keep going over what comes at you. All right. So what would you tell yourself when you were younger that you didn't know at the time? What would you tell your younger self that could have helped you in life?
Stop.
Don't stop?
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Question for you. Do you feel better now after doing this interview? I'm a total stranger, just met you. Do you feel better now than you felt a couple minutes ago?
Yeah.
Excellent. So when they say, what was you around there talking to that man about this, you tell him. Tell him I just been touched by an angel. You feel me? My man. I appreciate you, brother. I love you, man. Keep up the great work. And again, my deepest condolences. Thank you for doing this interview. Listen, this is not about him. It's not about me. It's about us embracing who we are, embracing our gifts in life, developing our gifts and giving them out to the world. Let's not thank you for being a part of this. Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, all of the above. But make sure you keep the main thing the main thing. This is all about the birth of Christ, right? So you be good. More importantly, be blessed.